So good morning all once again. So I think I have already briefed about the program. So what is actually for next 10 days. So before professor actually take the session, so I would like to just to understand you know what kind of participants here, so that we can actually try to cover some of the topics accordingly. So can you raise me hand something like engineering background? How many are engineering background? Okay. So how many are mechanical? Okay. So how many are non-engineering background? Say, which I'm not like example, science. Okay. So are there anyone by medical professions like pharmacy or okay. So science means, what is the background of science? Is it a physics or something, or chemistry? Physics. How many are physics? Okay. How many are chemistry? How many are mathematics? Okay. So how many are material science? Okay, quite a good number. Okay. So so how many are PG students, or like are PG or completed PG? Okay. So how many are BTech? Okay, now got the fair idea. So reason was I was looking for, we are trying to cover some of the case studies based on the audience. Um, so as I said, so by end of today, so we will actually float some of the problems which are relevant to the field, or maybe you can see how you can actually bring your expertise, and also see how you can actually expand your areas. So as I said, our team actually has a vast experience in the area of manufacturing and then material science, and then we also make a different product for different applications. Like example, when I say the product, it's not limiting to the mechanical engineering alone, right? But we work with material science, and we work with pharmacy, we also work with the dental, then we also work with the medical, right, medical field, so on. So we are not something like restricted to one field, because any field for that matter that we talk about today, right, the basic thing is a manufacturing, and then basic thing is a materials, right? Without these two, we cannot actually see the product that you can actually feel, right? Because these are the two fundamental when it comes to any product for that matter, right? Unless, as I think, material science, we see that how best you can actually develop, right? Manufacturing, what best process you should use it, and how you can actually control your materials through manufacturing, right? Vice versa, right? So given this topics that we will be covering the next 10 days, so we are planning to float some of the problems, and also if you have any idea, right, or if you have something in something that you want to actually execute, or something that you want to actually bring, right, you want to actually share with us. Say example, you have something idea in this area that I want to actually apply, right? You are actually going through some problem or some interesting problem with you, but now you want to actually work it out using these technologies. Say example, you want to 3D print, right, this material, or you want to 3D print, you explore this materials, and then combine, and then see how it will come, or you want to actually fabricate something, right? And then you actually let us know, and then we can actually help in terms of printing, and then combining materials, and then see how we can actually help in terms of getting that product, right? So that is a one aspect. So other aspect is, when it comes to the problem that we try to give a simple problems in the beginning, but as you go forward, you will find more interesting, and then you can always expand that problem, or always you can actually apply into different domains, right? So example, if I say I want to actually fabricate some implants, right? So now that is the broader topic, but what materials, and then how you can actually characterize, and how you can actually choose the material, and then what is the size of the component that you can actually manufacture, how you can actually go for a different characterization, right? It's up to you how much you can actually explore, how much you can actually go forward, right? That is one aspect of it. So other aspect of it, as I said, we are not actually limiting to one particular application, but apply that expertise in different problems. So what I want from the group, form a group, uh, not more than 4, right? And choose a group not within from your institute, right? If you have a group of 4 students are actually coming from one institute, please don't form a group within 4 of you. You need to have at least one from outside. I mean, if you are 4 people, have at least 3 different institutes, right? Maximum 2 people from one institute, but I encourage, don't even have more than one, right? Have only one. You are actually, like, you form another student which is outside your institute, or outside the state, or outside the domain for that matter, right? Where you can actually get a better understanding about the problem, and then way of handling those problems, right? So that means each one will have different expertise, but when you start working, and then you will actually work towards solution, right? But if you have a same expertise, and you guys actually will only think in one direction, right? If you are expert in material science, right, if you choose another material science of a similar expert, you will only think in that point of view. But you choose other guy, design person, or you choose the materials manufacturing, or you choose different domain, that you will have a different view, right? So choose a expertise also different, not within, but see how you can actually form a group with a wider expertise, and then start working on the problem. So as I said, it may be short time for some of the problems to solve, but I can tell you it is a good way to start. 10 days, I can bet you, if you can actually work, so you can actually take it further. We will help you out even after 10 days, that you want to actually conduct some experiments, or characterization, and then we can help you out in terms of solving or conducting some experiment, and then we will see how to take it, how difficult accessing the facility, how much materials you need, and so on. But our team is there for you in terms of helping conducting experiments, right? That is the one aspect. So second aspect that is more important. So I work with different institute in terms of how we can actually collaborate while you are in institute or are coming here, right? So especially in terms of internships, right? So some of you actually wrote saying that you want to actually continue as an intern in the summer, or later part. So for that, so you please conduct some, or you work at some problem, show some progress, that so I have started this problem, now we have some progress, and then I would like to come to your institute and then work on that problem, right? So that will actually give you more confidence, so that it will help me to understand what is your background. So, and then I no need to actually train you again when you actually come for internship, right? What I have most challenging part when interns comes, so they come for 2 months, but for understanding itself, like different technologies and then expertise, it will take more than 2-3 weeks. Now take this as an opportunity to learn this basics of additive, and then basics of material science, and then start as soon as you come as an intern, start working on problem, right? But we work we help in terms of solving your problem. But if any challenges with respect to your organization, So we cannot actually help. Like example, getting approval from your institute and then writing email to your management or authorities, it is not possible for us, right? Because it has its own rules, and then we have our own limitation in terms of accessing outside the domain, right? So we request, if you have such rules and regulation with your organization, make sure before, and when it comes to the data, right, whatever the work you do, it is actually belongs to IIT Dharwad, right? So you cannot actually present, or you cannot actually take the data without our permission, right? If you have to, if you want to present elsewhere, or if you want to actually, like example, conferences. So most of our interns actually end up publishing good conference papers, and then some of them are actually published as a journal papers, the previous interns. So I actually encourage all of you, with this 10 days, you make sure some progress. There are two good conferences are actually coming up in the next year, which is one in September or one in December, which are very good conferences in terms of, one is IEEE and then another one is ASME, where our team actually actively involved in publishing papers in those conferences. So I actually encourage you that look in that direction, and then start working in that direction. As I said, we will help you out, solving some of the problems, and then you can also work after going back to your this thing. As I said, data is very important. You cannot actually publish or cannot actually present elsewhere without our permission, because it is actually resources of IIT Dharwad, right? So that is the one constraint that we should actually keep in mind. As I said, please trust with us. So if you work, we will make sure that will be converted into nicely to the publication. But sometime you will not be able to actually convert it. That is still okay, right? You, what is the most important as a part of this workshop is learning, right? So whatever we are doing is additional or add on, right? The basic things that we are here is to learn about all the topics that we have actually listed in the brochure, right? So it is okay even if you don't want to actually continue, or if you don't want to actually extend your problem. If there are participants that you think that it will be like too much load on working on some of the research problem, it is okay. You just let us know that no sir, I only want to learn about the topic. I came here to learn about the topic. So let me focus on the topic and then spend more time on understanding. That is also still fine. We are not insisting or forcing you people to work on all the research problem. We are actually giving you opportunity so that you can actually explore beyond learning just the topics. So keeping in mind all this aspect, I request all of you, please utilize this opportunity. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach me out, or any one of the volunteers. So we are here to help you out, and then we are here to work together, right? So that we can see some, I want to see some good outcome, not just learning, but also outcome in terms of a publication, outcome in terms of collaboration, outcome in terms of long term. I want you also come and join us, maybe in different programs, like example PhD, and then masters, or different programs for that matter. Not just learning and then leaving, but have a long association with your organization and with you people. With this, I request Professor Ravi Adimani to continue his lecture. Sorry, I took more time than what I expected. Yeah. So I think fairly we got some idea. So maybe last one take I can take the survey.